I was going to come out and I was going to do a video being entertaining, and I was going to come out and do a video saying that cool nerds, you know, you're gonna buy Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and you're going to you're gonna buy it, then you're gonna trade it in for Generations, and Generations is going to be the better game, and you can get 30% trade-in bonus when you trade in Street Fighter Cross Tekken for Generations. I was gonna come out here and do a whole spiel, whole malacry or whatever you want to call it. I was gonna get everybody riled up and angry because I was speaking the truth. Now I'm going to speak even more truth to you. And I'm still going to entertain, as usual. You see, I'm a Capcom fanboy. I remember the first time I played a Capcom game, a Street Fighter game. I can remember, it's the only game I can remember playing for the first time. When consistent from back in the day when I was a child. Now I can remember sometimes because I'm older. But from when I was a child, the first time I seen Street Fighter, it was at my friend's house. It was a weekend. I was real young, and we went to my friend's house, and there was a bunch of kids in the room, you know, and all the kids were just playing this game, and they were just having so much fun. So I went into the room. I was with my father and my sister, and you know, my father was talking to the kid's father, and I went in the room, and I seen all the kids in there, and they were playing and having fun. And I was like, and I went in there and I looked to see what that game was, and it was a fighting game. And I remember the last fighting game I seen before that was Shaq Fu, and I thought it was terrible. I was a little kid. I was playing Shaquille O'Neal. But you know, then I seen these kids and they were playing with the Blancas, and it was a way that you can tap the controller. And you know, you were able to charge up, and it's electrical charge, and if you walked up to it, you would get back with these electrical charges. Or you had the Honda, and he would come with the and they were just button mashing away. Chun-Li, and their kicks was like blah 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 blah, and they had dudes shooting fireballs out of their hands. And guys, it was Guile. He would do his blade kick, and it was so amazing. And I was like, man, you know, like that, as soon as I went home, I told my father, can I get a Super Nintendo? Can I get Street Fighter to go with it? Street Fighter and Super Mario Bros. Was the two first games I got for the mother flipper, yo. And they gave me a chance to go back to it. They gave me a chance to play, and I was terrible, but I had a great time. I was like, man, yo, look at me, I'm doing the Blanca. It was just so crazy at the time, yo. Then my father bought me the game, and you know, I would play this game for hours. Hours, I tell you. I remember playing the game in the living room, back on my mom's old TV. The TV where you had to get the pliers to go click, 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 click to turn the channel. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have the HD TVs that you kids see nowadays. We had to turn them. You know what I mean? We had the little T on top of the big TV. Big TV was too big to get the flip out of the house. Had the little TV on top of there, man. Playing the game. You know what I mean? Going at it. In Street Fighter, and I would get all the way to the final boss, and I was fighting Barlog and Vega. I would wipe Barlog out, but when I got to Vega would always kick my butt, and yet I lost to Vega at least 100 times, and yet I kept pressing continue because I kept wanting to fight that mother sucker, yo. I think Vega was the first villain I ever cried for, because he kept getting on the cage, and he kept doing all this, and then he would jump off and goes, whoo, bow, and kept killing me every time. I was so mad, and yet it was so fun. Then I would get the Sagat and just mop him up. Sagat was just easy for me to take out for some reason. I get the M. Bison, and Bison was just another Vega. He was just, but better, and he was kicking my butt, and I couldn't believe it. But I just kept going. I just kept fighting through those mother suckers, man. I wanted to get better. I wanted to keep playing because it was fun. Like I tell you, I love Capcom games. You know, I don't, some people say, oh, so but you're trolling. Like, no, you know, I don't really consider telling the truth to be trolling. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't agree with the same thing you're saying, and just because when you say I disagree, blah blah blah, I don't say, oh my God, you're trolling. Like, no, I mean, this is what you really believe. But if you want to say I'm trolling, go ahead, man. It's all good. It's perfectly fine. Now, when Capcom came with the new game, I'm not sure how long. It could have been a year, or it could have been a couple of years later, and they came out with 3 characters or whatever, 4 characters. It was amazing. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy hot. They were giving you 4 different characters, and these 4 different characters were just mysterious. They had a mysterious vibe to them, like they about to come into the Street Fighter world and just mop up everybody that you thought and knew and loved and you thought was nice. These 4 motherfuckers gonna come in and just mop them all up, yo. And they were that nice. You had Fei Long, Cammy, T-Hawk, and DJ. Those motherfuckers came in and they just mopped up all your favorite fighters, yo. I think Akuma could have came with them too, but I can't remember. I just remember going to the arcades and I seen some new characters, and I seen on the bull board they had their shadow indentations of these new characters. I'm like, oh snap, this is hot. Now, was that a hustle tactic? No. They brought in something new. They didn't hustle you. They went back to the lab and said, you know what, let's create some new characters. Let's put a mysterious vibe to them. And let's put them in there and let's show the people that these motherfuckers ain't, let's bring us some new technique. Get ready for these new motherfuckers. Brilliant! Let's fast forward to the present now. Street Fighter 4 comes out. Street Fighter 4 is just okay to me. I think Street Fighter 4 is more, I think Street Fighter games, period, are more fun in a atmosphere when you're playing in a room with your homies, more than over the chat set and just playing ranked battles and fighting a bunch of people who's going to spam Hadoukens and Shoryukens or the jumping Hadoukens with Akuma. I think Capcom fails when it comes to that. I don't like it. I don't think it's fun at all. I only think it's fun when you have your buddies with you, you're all talking smack and you're having a good time. That's what it's all about. Even when I had a crew of cool nerds with us, we were playing Street Fighter, it was mad fun. But I don't like, because the ranked battles get really cheap. I don't like playing ranked battles when it comes to Street Fighter. Now, then they come out with Super Street Fighter 4, whatever. Then they give you the same bull crappy characters you had before, but they added some girl that does kicks for the for the cosplayers. For the cosplayers to get excited about, and some fat dude, and Then they create ultra super Street Fighter, and they give you Evil Ryu, who was already back in the other games, and they give you a new Akuma with blue flashy. Then they give you Marvel vs. Capcom 3, coming from one of the most legendary games of all time, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Oh! Then they give you Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. They add a bunch of characters that you don't want, you never asked for. Where are my characters like Rogue, Charlie, Mega Man? They give it, okay, well, we got Mega Man and Street Fighter Cross Tekken now. So then they give us Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and then before the game comes out, they done hacked into, Anonymous them got into that motherfucker, and they done cracked the code, and now they got characters like the chick, I don't know her name, I don't know, the chick that does the capoeira. Then they got Chrissy. I love Chrissy on Tekken. I think she's hot, yo. She does the capoeira on there, yo. Mad hot. But still, that stuff doesn't come out until fall. So if you didn't find that, if Anonymous didn't get in there and crack the codes, or maybe a couple of coolers, because I tell you, don't compare us to Anonymous. We are more high tech and more intelligent than those type of people. So one of the coolers might have got up in that motherfucker. And they find characters that are already on the game. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 gave us a plethora of characters. Marvel vs. Capcom 1 gave us a minimum amount of characters, but it just seemed right. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came in and just threw all these characters at you. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 doesn't seem right. They do a bunch of characters, still don't seem right. They could throw a couple more characters. Let me get to my point. Like, then if nobody would have found that, yo, I think if nobody would have found that, this is what they would have done. They would have made you download those mother suckers, right? And guess what? They would have had a disc with all those mother suckers on there. They would have charged you another $30 for it, yo. If nobody found that, this is what they would have done. They would have made you download the mother suckers off there that's already on the disc, and they would have came out with a Super Street Fighter Tekken, and they would have gave you another disc for $30 to pay for all those mother suckers that's already on the original copy of the disc. That's what they would have done, yo. That's what if nobody found that, that's what they would have done. People, I am telling you, there's nothing but a bunch of suits over there now. They have come out and said it themselves. You guys are sheep to us. No matter what we do, you're still going to buy it. It's not everybody. It's not all the cool nerds. It's not all the people. It's not everybody. But there's a small amount of few people who still just don't understand. They're still like, yo, I don't give a flip. I don't care. I'm still going to buy it anyway. My generation, we don't do it. The generation before me, they'll buy it. But my generation, yo, doesn't do that. We don't do that, yo. I know. When I look at the people in my generation, they don't do that. We were a little smarter back then. But we actually play good games. So if you never played the good game before, I can understand why you're chopping at the bits at whatever Capcom throws at you. So yes, I will see you on March 13th. I will. I will. This is what's going to happen. You're going to buy Street Fighter. You're going to be excited. You're going to be in there. You're going to be like, what the flip is this? What the flip? What? I just lost another rank battle? Where's my homies to come play with me? Oh, I don't have any friends. Hey, let me go to Cool Nerds and try to trick Zobi into buying it so he'll play with me. March 13th. If you're looking for old school fun, if you're looking for a good game, if you're looking for a game that everybody's going to be having fun, there's not going to be one person. If somebody can hate in the comment section to say this game sucks, they're lying. They're lying to you. We're going to have a ball on March 13th. I already called out of work. I told them I'm going to be sick on March 13th. That's 2 weeks from now. March 13th. Remember these words. When you buy that copy of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, remember this face. This face right here is going to be pressed on the front cover. This face right here. See that face when you buy it. When you open up the disc, this face is going to be right here, showing you how stupid you are. I'm sorry. You are that stupid. I'm sorry. It's fact. It's a fact. Nobody's going to be excited for Street Fighter V. But people are already anticipating Naruto Storm Generations 3. Does that make sense to you? Nobody's anticipating Street Fighter V. But people are already saying, I wonder what Street Generations is going to be. I'm going too long, monkey. I'm going too long, monkey. It doesn't matter what I say, they're still going to buy it. Am I saying don't buy it? No. If you love Capcom, do what you do. But if you have a little bit more common sense, if you really want to have a finished game from Capcom, I wouldn't buy it, yo. That's just me, though, monkey. That's just me. Cool Nerds Unite.